And hello again, YouTube. I ran out of room. Well, actually, I got the out of space when I'm not out of space error. Thank you, iOS, for not fixing that yet. It's a good thing. I think I was in one of those sort of areas where Amazon doesn't really want anybody taking pictures anyway. But it's Wednesday, January 19th, 7:12 p.m. So I popped a squat and logged in, and I actually don't start on Sunday night until 8 p.m. So good thing I found out about that. Oh, by the way, this is the facility I'm going to be working at. And the side of the building that looks like it goes on forever, that is exactly a half mile long. It's insane. It actually is the building that I was walking along that started at the corner of Roosevelt and 83rd Avenue. The street that I'm on here, people are driving like maniacs on with no consideration for me, the only pedestrian, this is 79th Avenue. So, and I see there's quite a few people that are taking 79th Avenue to go in that direction. I'm pretty sure Roosevelt going that direction goes all the way to 75th. Not 100%. Oh, dang it. Landscaping just hit me in the head. Not 100% sure on that, but yeah, I see a stoplight. That's a half mile down the road. And interestingly enough, Roosevelt does not go across. It kind of goes across. Like, here's a wall, and you can see the light where I started walking from. But about a quarter mile into it, where my phone died, or where it hit me the out of space when I wasn't out of space error, and the last video ended. There's a cul-de-sac there. And I was already seeing things that made it look like the road I was on was not a city street, but rather a private street. Just like I just know what no parking signs look like when they're made by the city of Phoenix. And those are definitely not city of Phoenix no parking signs. And ditto for the speed bumps. There's a very specific way that the city of Phoenix does it, and that was not it. Also, it's kind of odd that there was no lane markings on the road. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that stretch of Roosevelt I was on was actually, from the stoplight on, was a private road. But yeah, that warehouse is just massive. Like, that building is, I think it's maybe about I want to say it's an eighth of a mile, a little bit less than an eighth of a mile by just basically a half mile. It's like bigger than your average sports stadium. So what I'm trying to find out here, now here you can see where the property ends, and I'm definitely south of Roosevelt, and this is a big open lot here north of I-10. What I'm trying to see is if I can walk, and this would have been a much more interesting video, the sidewalk in once I could be in adjacent to Amazon's property there. But what I want to see is if it's possible for me to walk across I-10 from here. Not the last video, but the video before that, as I was walking from 75th to 83rd, because it was going to be a seemingly long time for the next bus, and the bus stop I was at had people doing drugs at it. I at one point I showed y'all where 79th Avenue goes south, enters a giant park and ride, and then has a carpool only entrance to I-10. And looking at Google Maps, look at the aerial view, this piece of 79th Avenue doesn't connect to it. It seems like it should, but as you see, it's not much of a road here. I'm walking in gravel, no sidewalk. It's got a big old PetSmart warehouse here. Yeah, so that's definitely a warehouse I'm gonna be working at, by the way. So I found the place. I figure I need to give myself probably about 15 minutes to walk if I'm walking from the Waffle House. Yeah, I'm wanting to see if it's possible. Well, those are just trailers sitting parked on the side of the road. At this point, it's so dark I can't tell if this road is paved or not, but the curb is in, into the sidewalk is in it. I feel like I'm on dirt. And it looks like, and it's too dark for y'all to see this in the video, but it looks like there's somebody living in a vehicle under those trees. It's kind of a sketchy location of the vehicle. Well, I'm just going to keep on walking. Hopefully that guy doesn't mess with me. Anyway, I might be on one of those, another one of those hidden pedestrian infrastructure kind of things. Yeah, there's a van over there. The door's open. There's definitely somebody up in there. Yeah, the road is dirt at this point, alongside that PetSmart warehouse. I find it really odd that this doesn't connect. I mean, with all the warehouses and all the people that work at that giant Amazon warehouse, like why is this road not connected to the freeway? That would take so much. I mean, there are so many employees. Yeah, and that's a brand new spot, the place I hired to work at. That's a brand new spot. There are so many employees. I've never seen so many employees walking into like a giant main entrance to go to work. Like it looked like the egress for a concert. It really did. So many people. Everybody going in through the same giant doors. There's even what looks like a bus stop. Like a nice clothes. Really remind me of the bus stops that I saw when I was in Quebec. Like a bus stop. And it's just, I'm like, is a bus service this? Because there's enough people that go here that maybe a bus should. And it just is designated as a employee drop-off pickup zone for people who are being picked up by friends and family or by rideshare or taxi or whatever. And it's right by the door. And the door is right there where the big Amazon blue smile arrow is. And of course my phone doesn't want to focus very well on it. It's just like kind of in the middle of the building. A little bit offset to the east side of it. But yeah, it sure would be helpful if those that would certainly encourage people that work at this giant warehouse and also the giant PetSmart warehouse to carpool. If they could use those carpool exits right there off the I-10 in the center of the I-10 directly from the carpool lanes to that overpass. There's an overpass here, but it is disconnected from the bit of 79th Avenue, where there's an entrance to the facility, and there's also connectivity to Roosevelt Street going east. So I don't know if I can walk up here. Looking at Amazon area view. There's a fence I probably shouldn't go through, but it is open, so I'm not messing with anything if I go there. Canal here on my left, chain link on the right, and it's quite elevated above me where the road ends with chain link and like a temporary. I can see it's designed for the road to continue, but it would be, the elevation of the road would be above my head here. There's signs, there's no trespassing up there. And what looks like a temporary installation of chain link. It's been there a long time, but there's where the pedestrian crosswalk is, or the pedestrian part of that overpass. Yeah, it doesn't connect here. I'm really wanting to know if I can get up there, because if I can get up there, that will save me. That will save me a considerable amount of walking to the Route 17 bus, and it will also have me waiting for the Route 17 bus at a location that at a bus that isn't full of junkies crushing up and smoking blues. In fact, come to think of it, with the time of day I'm getting off work, being that I'm working a graveyard shift, didn't see a sign saying that trespass road. It's kind of a scary spot to be. I can tell I'm not the first person to try to cut across here. This is sketchy as hell. Oh, come on, ADOT. We need some pedestrian infrastructure here. dirty and nasty up here. But you can see there's where there should be some, should be a street light there. There's a fixture for it. Step over this. A whole bunch of trash, which obviously can't see or whatever here. But yeah, this is where the sidewalk ends against the chain link. It wasn't impossible to get up here, so I think this would be probably the way I walk home. I couldn't really see what that was like when I was on Street View, other than I could see that, you know, this road is not coming. Well, you can see there's traffic coming to it, but instead of being able to continue south on 79th Avenue, instead of being able to travel south on 79th Avenue, it's just all traffic southbound is diverted onto the freeway entrance, which is after 7 p.m. like anybody can use this freeway entrance. It's only carpool HOV between 6 and 9 a.m. and between 3 and 7 a.m. Now I'm going to be getting off work at 5 a.m. and it just occurred to me just now, as I was trying to figure out how the hell to get up here, I've got a crosswalk to, there is a crosswalk and a sidewalk to where it just ends. Now I've always found this very interesting. There's just weird space between the two ramps that go to the middle, and I believe at one point in time there was planned to put light rail in this space here. And I do believe I'm on a bridge, so there's an underpass underneath me. And I'm not sure what's up that pole. I've never noticed that pole before. I think that pole is actually for ADOT cameras, where you can look and see. There's traffic cameras all along all the freeways in Phoenix, where you can go to the Arizona Department of Transportation website and see where the congestion and stuff is. But yeah, there's the ramp coming up from the 10. Sign telling you got to turn right because you can't turn left, even though there's one of the largest new employers in Phoenix right there to the left. I would imagine a whole lot of people working on that as well. And now I'm on the other side of the road. So much traffic flying under me. Oh, and this sign's got the fancy cage around it to stop people from tagging it. Money for that, but there's not money to actually finish the road or the crosswalk. We got some shopping carts full of garbage up here. Hope I don't step on anybody. Christmas trees. 2 old Christmas trees there. Christmas trees and 2 abandoned shopping carts full of garbage. I was wondering what it was like as a pedestrian to cross this, since it goes nowhere. But now I actually have a reason to maybe cross it 4 times a day. Anyway, so it occurred to me as I was trying to figure out how I was going to get around all that chain link, that at the time I get off the bus, or I'm sorry, at the time I get off work in the morning, Monday morning, I've often complained that the express buses are just never of any use to me. That they're just simply not helpful to me, because they go places and times where I have no need to go. Because actually, let me go in. There's the parking right here. Big old signs that say "Do not enter except buses." Enter except buses. So I don't know the numbers, the route numbers, and some of them are also, there's the Valley Metro Express, and then there's also what's called the Rapid buses. The Rapid buses, they seem to use even nicer colored buses. And there's a sidewalk here that sure isn't maintained. Having to crouch to get under the tree branches. Branches on the, yeah, there's obviously no concern for people walking over here. That's sad, you know, because this is a real easy walk from the Amazon warehouse, aside from having to get past that little piece, tiny piece that isn't finished, and of course getting around the abandoned shopping carts. But right here is lots of covered parking. Now granted, there's no overnight parking here, so it's hard. I don't know how many people actually park here in the daytime. For me to really gauge, you know, hey, is this facility used or not, I would have to come here, you know, at like 10 a.m. on a weekday and see how many people are parked here, how many people come in to do the, you know, park and ride and then take these express buses downtown. But wow, this is nice. I mean, even in the dark, that's really decorative. It's like made out of, it's like ornamental iron. Oh, it looks like a giant, it's like a giant radio. Oh, you guys totally can't see this because it's too dark. Oh, I can't wait to get some video of this in the daytime. You can see that. But it's got like a, this is barely dimly lit, but it's like a AM radio dial going up to 160. This is neat. It's like a ornamental iron off volume. It's got lighting, but it's just not working very well. This is, and how many people use this after dark? Well, I don't think this is going to help me get to work, but I got a feeling this is going to be really helpful for me when I get off. Because I'm not sure what time this route starts, but here's transit information. It's dark enough I can't see it, but let me get my other flashlight going here. Got me an Obama phone with a flashlight on it. Boop. Bus service from this location. You are here. It's like the route that goes here is the I-10W. So that's a rapid bus. So this is the I-10 Rapid. Wow, I'm surprised it doesn't go any further west than here. I would well, I guess there's probably other buses that go into Goodyear and Avondale, but this is the I-10 West Rapid Bus. So this is first stop, and it also goes up to the transit center at Desert Sky Mall. Yeah, I could get on it here, take it to downtown Phoenix to Central Station, and then transfer the light rail over to 44th Street. Wow, that'd be a very pleasant ride home. Summary of service. Boy, this sign is not very well maintained. Summary of service. Inbound to downtown Phoenix, AM only. Doesn't show the times. It's got a little grid where you would think they would have the times. Oh wait, no, I guess that's like a grid of peak day, evening. So peak hours, AM only, PM only. Okay, peak. That's clear as mud. Peak 5 to 9 a.m., 3 to 7 p.m. Time periods are approximate for full service details. See individual route schedules. I guess it's way too much to ask for Valley Metro to actually post it here where people get on the bus. Well, whatever. There's some information on that sign. Oh, there's the full system map. That's probably outdated as hell because it's so faded. Yeah. There's some other promotional sign. Increased frequency, route improvements. Bus rapid transit, BRT. I think they've already decided against that. There's a sign that I see in some buses where you can scan a QR code to take a BRT survey, and when you take that code, when you scan that code, it goes to a website saying that the survey ended, I want to say December of 2020. So they've still got the signs up. Go to it. That shows how much they pay attention to the signs that are up inside the buses. And then there's actually I saw one better than that on a Route 3 the other day. They actually had a sign talking about coming in 2019, new light rail station at 50th Street in Washington. I'm like, it's 2022. Why are there signs telling us about what's coming in 2019? What the actual fuck? Anyway, that's really neat. I dig that stop that's shaped like a radio. This one here, fully lit, nice and big. Got the rapid. Oh, and of course I turned my light off. This one looks like it might actually have the fare information on it. Oh, of course I got a fucking unlock code to get the flashlight on. Man, I used to have this old phone before smartphones. It just had a button on the side. Didn't have to open the phone or nothing. You just hit a button on the side and it lit up the flashlight. And there it shows a little more detail. where the I-10 Rapid, or I-10, yeah, Rapid goes. Oh, hey, this one actually has the times on it. So I wouldn't be surprised if these are outdated, but Monday through Friday. AM, I'm assuming that's AM. What's it say? 5:29, 6:03, 6:37. 5:29 is awesome. I'm getting off work at 5 a.m., so probably take me about 29 minutes to walk over here. Wow, that's going to cost me a little bit more bus fare, and totally going to be worth it to be able to catch the bus at a facility that's this nice, as opposed to a small bus stop over at that's attracting such sketchy people that's attracting such sketchy people that even IHOP won't stay open at night. Oh, there are actually restrooms here? Looks like there are restrooms, but they require a key, so only the bus drivers can use them. Well, that's actually gonna, wow. You know, I hadn't even realized that was an option. So, pretty excited about that. Wow, I hadn't even considered the possibility of going home on an express bus. Let's, I don't know where this guy's going. With my lucky security, because somebody saw me on the camera. Kind of an awkward bit of chain link I gotta hop up and over, but that is absolutely not a bad walk from where the Amazon facility, where the exit is, and that's going to make for a pretty pleasant commute home. Way nicer than 90 minutes plus of riding on Route 17. Take that to downtown Phoenix. Transfer the light rail and take the light rail to the SkyTrain station and 44 home, and have minimal contact with riffraff in the morning, hopefully. Wow, I'm so glad I decided to shoot video on that. That was really unexpected and really cool. On that note, I'm at less than 10% power on this phone, and wasting a lot of time, so I'm just gonna sign this off here, but feeling a lot more positive about the Amazon thing. I'm supposed to get my shoes on Friday, and I also managed to get a hold of get through to customer service at Assurance Wireless, so I think I've got everything I need to get service, get my prepaid Mint Mobile service with my phone number that I had forever and ever on my iPhone. So don't have my car, don't have insurance on my car anymore, but it does feel like sort of feels like there's a proverbial light at the proverbial end of the tunnel. So anyway, thought I'd share that with everybody. And this seems like a much more pleasant place to wait for the next 17. It's going to take me home now, as opposed to over there at the intersection of 83rd Avenue by Circle K, because that was like Meth Central. So I want to say Meth Central. It seems like most of the meth heads have switched to fentanyl instead, but still, same junkies, different high, whatever. Anyway, thanks for coming with me, and thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Check out the other videos. It's been an interesting adventure.